Um, there we go. Are you giving them all the cheap places to go? You giving them all the cheap places to go?
Where I bought this book from.
Ah, yes. Where? Eurosaver?
Yeah, Eurosaver. It was like €1 for like 5 or something.
Not bad.
Where is this place?
Where is this wonderful place?
I could get you one, it's found into my place.
Oh, where is your place?
It's in a mall, I forgot what the mall was called. Ashley, maybe? Ashley, yeah.
Is it only stationery or everything?
I know, it would have a mix of things, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
General stuff.
Okay. So next lesson now. Now you see, because you sat beside him, you discovered a secret bargain shop for books, you know?
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Benefiting.
Yes. Yeah, he's doing nothing for you. He's doing nothing. Right. So what we're going to have a look at is long division. Of course, you all learned basic long division in elementary school. But what we're going to look at is long division of quadratics and of linears. So just before we start the long division, I want to give you a little bit of vocabulary from basic long division from elementary school. So like something simple like, 25 into 102 is 4 times, and then we have 2 left at the end. So, what is the name of the 2 left at the end? That's the remainder. The 4?
The answer.
But it has a fancy word.
Nominal, no.
Quotient, thank you.
Quotient, yeah.
Divide.
Yeah. It's okay.
Divide that.
I know.
Divisor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is just a basic vocabulary. Quotient.
Inside.
Yeah. You know what? I never actually give it a name. I wonder if it even has a name. Does the 102 have a name?
It does.
Question.
No.
Question.
No, it has. We used to call it something.
Does it have a name? It's funny because I don't actually give this a name because I don't care about this. I care about this and I care about this. Oh, yeah, that's an ugly name. Anyone want it? Give me the name of it.
Starts with a D.
It does.
Yeah.
Divisible number.
You be quiet now. Okay.
Divide that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dividend. Don't like it.
Will we be using these words?
Now, in the exam, some of them are more common than others. So this one is the one you'll see the most. But you will see this and possibly this. I've never seen this in the exam. It's not a word that's used. Remainder, it's the one that's used 90% of the time, and also the quotient as well. But remainder is usually the one that is mentioned the most. So we know long division from elementary school, but long division when it comes to expressions. Let's have a look at some examples. So I'll do some examples of the process. Now, before I start, there are different ways to write this and different ways to do it. I'm just going to show you the way we do it. But if you have a different way from your country, that's fine. But I think it'd be much easier if you do it this way, because that's how I'm going to do it for all the questions and how it'll be in the exam and the marking scheme for the exam. But you don't have to do it this way, but it's just the way that it's done here. So this is our first example. We want to take this, which is called a cubic, and then divide it by this linear here. Okay, so if you can write this down, this is our first question, and then I'll show you the process. Yeah. Alright, so let's have a look here. Just like in middle school and elementary school, there's the divisor. Okay. Alright, so watch carefully here, please. This is the way it works. What you do first is you look at the x and you look at the 36x cubed and you ask yourself, what do I multiply x by to make it become 36x cubed? And the answer will be 36x squared. So this is the first step. Then the second step is you multiply. So this multiplies this, making 36x cubed minus 72x squared. That's the second step. Okay, I'll just pause for a moment to let you write that much down and then we'll continue it. So. Okay, next step, we minus. 36 minus 36, these are gone. Minus 59, minus 72, what's that, like 13, is it? 13x squared. And then the last step in the process is to carry this down. Minus 25x minus 2. And then you start again. So we start again. What do we multiply x by to make it 13x squared? 13x. Next step, we multiply 13x squared minus 26x. Next step, we minus. These are gone, and this leaves you at x. Last step, carry down minus 2. Then we begin again. What do we multiply x by to make x? 1. Then we multiply x minus 2 when we multiply by 1. Then we minus 0. Nothing to carry down. We're finished. This is the remainder. Remainder 0 at the end. Okay. So there's different ways to do this. Maybe you have a different way from high school. This is the way I'll do it in class. So I'll give you one to practice. Yeah.
Just a quick question. When you multiply 36, it's minus 2, right?
Yeah. 36 multiplies. You mean this first one?
Yeah.
This multiplies both of these. Yeah. So 36x squared times x is 36x cubed. 36x squared times 2 with the minus is minus 72x squared.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So this one goes on both here. Yeah, I'll give you one to try now. Just write this one down. Well, you know what? I'll just write it here for the people who are ready to do it. So I want 9x cubed plus 7x squared minus 81x minus 63 divided by x minus 3. Okay, is that one finished now? Let's have a look at it. X minus 3 divided into...
Question.
Yeah.
When we get asked this in the exam and the final answer, do we leave it as it is or do we write x minus 3 bracket there?
Yeah, you do get this in the exam, and the question would be just divide, and what I wrote, that's the answer.
We leave it as it is.
Just leave it like this, yeah. Okay, let's have a look here. So, what do I need first?
9x.
9x squared. I multiply, I get 9x cubed minus 27x squared. I subtract and I get 34x squared. Minus 81x minus 63. Right, what's next?
34x.
34x. So now I have 34x squared minus 102
Yep.
x. I subtract, I'm left with 21x minus 63. Well, it has to be 21. 21x minus 63. 0 then. Okay, so please check that you got this, and I'll give you one more to try, and then we'll look at some other type of questions with this. You have this? I can scroll down? Well, if you don't, I'll leave it there, and if the people who have it want to start the next example, try this one. Oh, short one. Okay, so I want you to do x cubed plus 6x squared plus 11x plus 6 divided by x squared plus 3x plus 2. When you're ready.
Come and get it.
Not quite. Yep. It's shorter, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at this one now. It's much shorter than the other one. In fact, it's easier. So we have x squared plus 3x plus 2 divided into x cubed plus 6x squared plus 11x plus 6. So what's first? Has to be x. X cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x. Subtract. That's 3x squared plus 9x plus 6. Plus 3, yeah. So then we have 3x squared plus 9x plus 6. And that's the answer. Okay. So next, just a little bit of vocabulary. So, factor. If the remainder is 0, then we say it is a factor. For example, 25 into 100 goes 4 times, and the remainder is 0. 26 into 100. Well, no, I'll do it easier. 101 goes 4 times, and the remainder is 1. So for vocabulary, we say 25 is a factor of 100. And here 25 is not a factor of 101. So in other words, the word factor means the remainder should be 0 when you divide. Here the remainder is not 0, so that's why we say it's not a factor.
Wouldn't the quotient be also counted as a factor? Wouldn't the quotient also be counted as a factor?
In this one, yeah. But often the question would be stated as, is 25 a factor of 100? Okay. So, let's take an example. Can I scroll down? Do you have this vocabulary? Factor means remainder is 0. Okay, so let's take an example. Let's say, is 4x minus 2 a factor of 9x cubed minus 27x squared plus 25x minus 13. I'll give you a minute to try this, and the hint is if the remainder is 0, that means it's a factor, and if the remainder is not 0, that means it's not, that means it's not a factor.
It's not.
We'll see, yeah. I want the long division though.
Oh,
Yes.
not the other way?
That's another lesson.
Another lesson.
Yeah. We won't do that way today. I have to save some of the good stuff for later. Can't give it to you all at once, you know.
So if they ask us to prove that this is a factor of this.
Sometimes they actually say the method. So sometimes they might say the method you're using, or they might say long division, or they might not say. Often the number of marks is the clue. So if it's a small number of marks, they're kind of expecting a quick way. But if it's a bigger number of marks, then the question, they're probably expecting long division. So there might be some word or some way they phrased it to make it long division. They don't have to use the word long division to mean they want you to do it as long division. You know, they might say, is this a factor of this, and hence solve, you know, or fully factorize or something, you know. So the marks is the clue. Okay, so what do we think? Is it or is it not a factor? It's looking like it's not. You have a remainder which is not 0?
Well, we have a remainder for the first.
We have a remainder? Or we have no remainder?
Remainder.
Remainder? Let's see.
49 over 8.
Now, what do I have first here?
We can only multiply by whole numbers.
We can multiply by whatever our hearts desire, except 0. This is forbidden, but anything else is okay. So what should we multiply by?
9 over 4.
Yes.
X.
9 over 4 x squared is what's first. So that becomes 9x cubed minus 9 over 2x squared. So that will be minus 45 over 2x squared plus 25x minus 13. Okay, what's next?
Minus 45 over 8.
Yep. The next one is minus 45 over 8x, and this will make minus 45 over 2x squared, plus 45 over 4x. subtract now. We have 55 over 4x minus 13. So the last one is plus 55 over 16. That makes 55 over 4x minus 55 over 8. So we definitely have a remainder at the end. Minus 193 over 8. So that's the remainder, which is not equal to 0. So it is not a factor.
I think there's something wrong.
Is there?
Yeah.
Where?
We don't
55
get
over 8 minus
minus
13.
9.
Oh, sorry, I mistyped.
55.
55. So should we finish with 49 over 8?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Still not 0.
Yeah.
Minus 49 over 8. Smoker. Right. Write this one down. We'll look at some more examples now. Scroll up, or zoom out maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah. Yes, it is all right. Okay, next one. I'll let you try this one.
Yeah, this is when you make the brackets.
Is it? Go investigate. So try this one for me. Simplify this. Can I scroll up? Or is that...
If we use the other method, would we not fully get the points?
No, it's okay, as long as it provides the same answer.
So we have to do long division. Yeah.
Do you know what? You're right. Long division. Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although there is an important thing to say at the end of it, which is why I'm getting you to do it. This is not right. It's nearly right.
No remainder?
That is true.
There is no remainder, yes.
No.
But your answer is not presented correctly.
This equals, and then I write this.
Show me. We'll check. Okay. We have answers? Yeah. Yes, yeah. Let's see.
You did the same?
Let's see. Get an answer.
Not the same.
Where's your answer? Okay. Working on it.
Is this?
Yeah, almost. As people are leaving out. Now you see, you're closer, but this isn't quite right. Yes, that is right. Close. Definitely not. Close. Yes.
There is no this. Because you already divided.
That answer?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah,
your
but
answer?
if I write this,
So what is your answer?
5x cubed
Oh, yes, okay. But
minus
write that separately at the end.
7x
That
minus
answer?
6 equals to
I
x
got the question
minus-
wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's minus 13.
Me?
Instead, oh no,
finishing it.
in my question it's
Oh.
minus 13 instead of minus
Good.
12.
okay.
Right.
Why don't you look
This,
at your new friend for help?
Right FML.
the what?
FML.
Let's see.
Just write this.
Close, but
Over
not,
X
not
minus
quite
2
on
over
the
X
money.
minus 2, and then you cut out, and then you leave this
Yes.
Yes, the same.
Continue.
The
Where's your
third-
answer? Write the answer at the bottom. How would you present the answer? Yeah, again, how would you, well, this is true, but I wasn't asking it to one factor. I was asking to simplify. So you have to present the answer a little differently to this. The division is correct. It's just how to present the answer at the end. There you go. Okay, it looks like people had the right idea, but fell a little bit short at just presenting the answer.
How you want it? Those,
This, which
No,
one?
those
You're
two.
giving me three choices.
those two, leave this one out.
These are not the same. Which is your final answer?
Yeah, this was the question, this is the simplification.
This is the answer.
Yeah,
Yeah. So not this here.
yeah, I removed it.
Yes, yes. So here, this is the same as 5x cubed minus 12x squared plus 7x minus 6 divided by x minus 2. Now, I won't do it again, so maybe you can just give me the answer. So what do we have on top?
5x squared minus 2x plus 3.
So that means this simplifies to 5x squared minus 2x plus 3. So this is the answer. This over this is equal to 5x squared minus 2x plus 3. This is how you would need to write the answer in the exam. Okay. Right. Next now. Oh, and sometimes in the exam, not always, but sometimes they also like you to factorize this answer. But we had a whole lesson on factorizing, so we won't get you doing that today.
Can we factorize this?
Yeah.
The quadratic, well, I don't even know, I'd have to think about it. Is it? No, not possible. Okay. Sometimes this happens in the exam, the answer can be factorized, and they ask you to factorize it as well. How might they say that in the question?
What's this one called?
Factorial.
Factorial, yeah. And I?
Imaginary.
Imaginary, yeah, you get imaginary.
For this one.
Yeah.
Here, if they wanted you to factorize it, they would might they simplify and then in brackets into linear factors. That's, if they said that, it would mean that they want you to write the answer like this with two factors, okay? So, you should make note of that. Sometimes students miss that in the question and they don't get full marks, okay? So just make note of that, please. Okay, you got that?
So we basically complete the square
No, factorize.
factor.
Factorize. Everybody's favorite. Factorizing. Okay, can I do the next type? Yep. Right. Here, Okay, so you know that if it's a quadratic, it could have how many factors, how many roots at most? Two. So quadratics would have 2. So no surprise that cubics come from 3. Now remember, that's at most 3. Just like with the quadratic, it could actually only be 1 or no factors. But usually in the exam they give you things with factors if they ask you to factorize it. So cubics could have up to 3. Now sometimes what happens with the cubic is there's only 2. This one is a linear. And what would this one be? A quadratic, yeah. That sometimes happens. Okay. Or sometimes I suppose you could have something like a linear cubed. Just the 3 of the same one, you know. There's different possibilities. Anyways, what we want to look at is this now. Factorize 7x cubed minus 54x squared minus 77x minus 30. And I give you a little hint to help you. Hint, x minus 1 is a factor.
Yeah, you divide it by x minus.
Do
Yeah.
they usually give a factor?
Sometimes not. We'll have to have a look at what to do when it's not the case. Okay, let's have a look at this one together now. So, we want probably 3 factors here. So we expect that this should equal 1, 2, 3 factors. It could be that all the factors are the same. It could be that one of them maybe is quadratic. We don't know at the very beginning. I'm imagining that there's 3. Now, it's very helpful that they told us one of the factors. They said x minus 1 is one of the factors. So we are left to find 2 more factors. So what we do is we divide both sides by x minus 1. This will cancel with this, which means the other 2 factors, you can get them from the answer here after you divide. So let's divide. Okay, we'll do this one together. Yeah?
7x squared.
Isn't it minus 77x? Is it right?
Yeah, oh sorry, I miswrote the question, thank you.
Yeah, because
It's a plus,
yeah, it must.
a plus, yeah. 7x cubed minus 54x squared plus 77x minus 30. That's what I have, is it?
Yep.
Great. Alright, so what do we have first here?
7x squared.
7x squared, 7x cubed minus 7x squared. Now what do I have? Minus 40, which is it? 47x squared plus 77x minus 30. What's next?
47x.
Yeah. Minus 47x squared plus 47x. Oh, that's nice, because that leaves me with 30x minus 30. So lastly, 30x minus 30. That's that one. So what you're saying now is 7x squared minus 47x plus 30 equals the 2 factors.
That's right.
I'm going to be pig lazy and cheat here.
7x minus
I
5.
see you also are being lazy.
And x minus 6.
6.
X minus 6.
X minus 6 and 7x
minus 5.
minus 5. So these are the missing factors. X minus 6 and 7x minus 5. So the 3 factors are x minus 1, which they provide, x minus 6 and 7x minus 5. This is the answer here in the box. So again, This lesson is called long division, in case you forgot. Everything we're doing it by long division.
How's the remainder 1?
No, I don't know how that happened. 0. It's, yeah, not 1. Okay. Try this one for me, please. Can I scroll down a little bit? Yeah.
Did something with x cubed and then x without the square.
No, better. I'll give you this with an x and a y in it. Simplify again. Now it's interesting.
Thank you.
Like in Korea, we just memorize
Not in Korea now.
Memorize what?
the thing.
Yeah, it does have a result, but
Yeah.
it's like I'm asking you to use long division to prove the result.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have an answer?
Almost.
Okay. What should we have first? I think that at least the start is okay. What should I put here? X squared. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes x cubed minus x squared y. These cancel, but these do not combine. So you're left with minus y cubed plus x squared y. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky. What is next? Now, it's not possible to multiply the x into the y to make it a y, but although I said we have to try and match the first one up with the first one, there's no reason that we can't try and cancel something else, because really all we're trying to do is cancel something when we subtract. So we could try and cancel this one with this one, for example. So if I wanted to try and cancel the y with the y cubed, what would I put up here?
Y squared.
Yeah, plus or minus?
Plus.
Plus y squared. So that makes xy squared minus y cubed. And we subtract again. What cancels here? The y cubes, and we're left with x squared y minus xy squared. Right, it's not too bad now. What could I put up here next?
XY.
xy, because if I use xy, I get x squared y minus xy squared. So the answer is x squared plus xy plus y squared. Yeah.
Is it okay if I do like this?
Oh, you added in zeros, I see. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Now, I should say, which I didn't say, this method of simplifying...
We can factorize this thing.
No, what I'm saying is, the way I simplified this, by using the long division, that only works if the remainder is 0. For example, let's imagine the remainder was 10. then it is wrong to say this. This only works when the remainder is 0 for these problems. Yeah, you can add in an extra piece at the end, and that's something we'll do in a later lesson. But for today, we're only going to care about this one. Okay? So write this one down. I'll give you some questions to do. 1I and 1L.
That's homework.
Yep. 2D. 3E. And then 4G, 4H, and then finally 5I. Okay, you can start these now for a couple of minutes. Let me just take the attendance there. Have you got a pen, Matthew? Good. Starry, Nadia, yeah. Ian. I have 2 names down for you.
Oh yeah.
So you're going by Ian, is it?
Yeah.
You don't need to-
Actually, the Korean name is
What's your name?
Once I say the name was
That.
the One Direction fellow.
They
Yeah. Zainab, isn't it? Zayn Malik. Yeah, okay. Zayn Malik. Lucas?
Yeah.
Karen? Yes. You? Yeah. You're business, aren't you? Yeah. Then later, yes. And, Andrew.
Here.
Johan. Johan?
He's here, yeah.
Oh, they.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you're also someone who has 2 names here. So you would prefer which?
The one you can pronounce better.
Which? Johan?
Johannes. Or
Johannes. I remember now. Johannes. Yes. Okay. Faisal.
Yep.
David. You forgot your name?
Because he has another one too.
Lee.
Of course. So which? Lee is fine, yeah. So which do you prefer, Lee or David? Lee, okay. We'll go with Lee, so. Omar? Oh, accommodation, wasn't it, sure? 1. Yeah. Abdullah?
We have an Abdullah. I don't think he's come yet. Because I haven't seen any Abdullah so far.
We don't have an Abdullah in engineering.
Nope.
So I wonder why I marked him here yesterday. Now, just to double check so I'm not going crazy, there's definitely not a student in engineering called Abdullah, okay. I'm just losing my mind. And then Yusuf? Oh wait, no, engineering. Maybe we need some kind of distinction there. So what's your next, after Yusuf, what's the next name? Yusuf Yasser and Yusuf Ahmed. I've already forgotten your one. Yusuf Ahmed and Yusuf Yasser. No, I think I'll stick with engineering Yusuf and business Yusuf. I think it might be easier.
Yusuf, not Saf.
Huh?
Yusuf, not Yusuf.
If they didn't complain about me saying you have no need to.
Okay.
Yeah, they were being polite and like, he's trying. Okay.
What do I do in ICT?
When's your ICT class? Is it next?
1 hour
1 hour break.
later.
And then you have ICT?
And then 1 hour break again, and ESAT, and
Oh,
EAT,
no.
and EAT.
After ICT you have like 3 hours break. Oh, it's
Like,
Yeah.
can you please ask principal why she figured it out with this time?
Yeah.
No. That's your problem. You'll have to resolve it.
No, but isn't it also affecting you also?
Yeah.
Mm, I accept things more easily. Okay, so try and get those finished. Now remember, Monday's class is